Here will be our CSCI for 65,000 markings security. Okay, so mainly in this lab, I will put down into two parts. One part is about the follow-up of our previous Nginx. So I would like to do a demonstration because I already posted the new assignment, so you need to complete. The one is that you need to create the heartbeat, okay, to send the live status to the Express server. Okay, so I will let you in this step. I will let you show you like how can you set up the rest of it. First, if you remember, like here's the server side. When I connect to the server side, I quickly go through all the steps. So after I connect to my server, this one is like the online server hosting on the Ubuntu, okay, Ubuntu 24. And I will recommend if you remember the first in the previous lab, I did mention about how to install the MongoDB. So if you already forgot it, you just like go back to the MongoDB and follow all the steps. Okay, so including like you need to include all those that public key and then add those like MongoDB public GPG key using the following commands. Okay, and then based on your version, okay, suppose we are running under like Ubuntu 24 and you need to add this one to the source list. So you can like echo add to the source list after you complete the step. So you can like update it. So this is the package database. So you can update the package database. And once you execute the apt install MongoDB org, so pass the parameter yes, then you will install all the MongoDB requires package. Okay, so actually I did this previous steps before. So right here, so logic pretty straightforward. So after you complete it, just remember if you want to start your MongoDB, there's two command. One is like you need to like start your MongoDB using the system SDL right here, like start. And then if you want to make sure MongoDB will restart later, so you can use enable. Okay, you enable MongoDB. So remember, they're now without the P. So you will be like systemctl enable MongoDB. Okay, so it can make sure that if you power off, restart your server, MongoDB will restart their service. So that's why we need to use enable. And in this moment, I can tell you my I can check can show you. Okay, let me get the password because I freeze for Prism. Long time to see my MongoDB server is running right now. Okay, so it looks pretty good. All right, right? And then what we need to do, okay, if our MongoDB is okay, then we have the command line we can do is that we can like prepare for the data. So we can use the Mongo sh right here. So it will show say we are able to connect to the MongoDB, and you can create your own, like you can have any methods like you will prefer, like post the data, or like you can try to create your data in the beginning. Okay, so pretty easy. Let's say I assume right here I have the MongoDB source code. Okay, for my Express. So for my Express server, okay, let me. So here I will upload this document if you need it. And depends how you're going to set it. If let's say for the user, or like I'm using the data is called the my data, okay, MongoDB, and this one is called the my data, then this I will name is called my data. If you have any other name, you can call it any other name is okay. Then you can switch it using the called the my database like this. Okay, so once you switch it, so you will see like as my database, of course, later, and then you can use the public commons method. We can if we need to create a new collection, okay, to save the data, you can use the db create collection. Okay, and then you can give the collection a name. Okay, right here my example is called users. Okay, of course, like if you are sending data, maybe you're using this one for login, or like if you have got a thermostat saving the data, maybe I change it for the like temperature. Okay, or whatever, like anything information you can use. Then with this, and then close it, and that's it. After you execute, then you will create a collection. And how can we check it? So because since I already create, so let me just exit it. Okay, so I will okay right here. Okay, so I'll exit, and I would like to show you one more. Okay, I in this moment I already create the folder. Okay, I have a folder, and then I use the npm initialize. Okay, to exit. I will execute. So I will create the node modules file package JSON, and right here. Okay, and in the meanwhile, I give you a structure. One is called the model, so I can use the get function to get the user JS. Okay, want to use it. Okay, so you see the content. So I will connect to the using the mongoose. Okay, so remember to install the required dependence. One is called express, and the one is the mongoose, and then you can use the command line dash dash save to save it. Okay, and here will be the structure I'm telling you, and also here we use it when we connect to the MongoDB, we will connect to locals like 27017. And here's the database. So that's my database. Okay. So this will be the name you can define. You can use it maybe like CSCI 465 or like called RPI project, whatever any name is okay. This will be your database. And here will be the one of the schemas we are going to use. So mainly I give them maybe with a name. So the type string is required the email, and then it's a string. So it's also required, and then it should be unique. Okay. So this overall will be the all the model we are using. And then next, I want to tell you one more thing is the index. Okay, so here will be our index. So the index, of course, I will require the Express and MongoDB. We are using Mongoose, and then we will use the dot environment. And dot environment is like giving the actually is the our MongoDB's parameter. Okay, so it's a good habit. Like we will save our environment, and we just pass it as a parameter. So right here, as a basic structure, so you see we will create the Express app, and then we were using Express like facing all those incoming JSON requests, and also we set the connection. So this one connection to the MongoDB. Okay, we have a MongoDB URI. So URI will be get it from our dot environment. So you see right here from our dot environment will be the MongoDB URI. So right here they will be matched. And once I execute it, you will see the message is like connect to MongoDB. Okay, it's the server message. And right here I have two routes. One is like I will try to add the data. So once I receive the post method, okay, it's a create user, and then I will receive it from the body, and then I will try to use in try and catch. Okay, so if I receive the name and email, and then I will wait I call the new user like save. Okay, so I pass it to like save it. Okay, so this is the new user. When I match it, I pass the name and the email, so I can just directly save it. And then for the user, I match a data type you see right here. Okay, so when I return, and then also I try to create a test route and return as a JSON. So with so the server is executing. Okay, so far will be all the connection, and then also the MongoDB. So should be running. Okay, and when you like work with the if you remember Nginx, our server block. So I will show you one more. Is our server block. etc nginx. and then it's under sites available, and I would like to like show you the server. So it will mainly handle with my API of a domain, and then it will pass to the posse. Okay, so everything once you're ready, I will just run in the index Node.js. Also, I will recommend one thing: you can install the PM2 so you can run it as a background. What's the difference is if I run it, okay, when I execute it, you see Node.js server is running on port 3000 and then connect to the MongoDB. So it's right now I already able to connect it. You see right now I cannot type anything. So that means when I connect to the because I SSH connect to the my Ubuntu server, and I need to execute terminal. So right now in this terminal page I cannot input anything. Either you need to create a new tab, connect to the server. If you want to stay on this, then you are better using a PM2. Okay, so to run it as a service. And in the beginning right here, I would like to see, okay, I want to see if my website is working well or not. Like right here, I passed the test. Okay, let me refresh it. So I close it and execute a new one. Okay, you see, okay, server is running testing. Okay, it looks all good. And right here, by the end, if I go down, so I will give you a sample code, and then here's the other part, and then how can we test it? Okay, so here's one thing, if I want to post it, so maybe you can use the Postman, or if I like to use the right here giving the local host, like you can for testing, like sometimes I recommend, like after you running your Node.js, but you don't know if your engine is like configured correctly or can you access it, then I recommend you like, okay, maybe you can SIH and then connect to the server one more time. And then let me get the password one more time. Okay. Okay. And I would like to from the HTTP localhost 3000 and plus. Okay, so I also receive it. Okay, so this one is like running on the localhost. Okay, and if it works on localhost, and then make sure you have to check the Nginx. So once your Nginx like configured correctly, that means that everything's ready. Okay, and once like everything ready, we can test with one thing. Either we can like using the post, okay, localhost like create user. So I would like to copy this one. Okay, because I'm save it as a text, so I just need to make sure it's a single line. Or I will put it as a single line command. Okay. Okay. Post I should then okay right here. One to data email. Okay. Post localhost create user. Let me go back to the cat, and then I need to match with the oh here create user with the dash. Okay, post. Let me try one more time. Okay, so when it's passed. Okay. Okay, so just like be careful when you like copy and paste from the text right here. Delete it. Okay, I'll delete the profile and I'll upload this file to you. So remember sometimes like when copy the build they have multiple lines. Sometimes when I break down, then just be careful of it. Okay, and then I just like give you some example how to use the MongoDB. And once you post it, it's okay. Then how can you validate the data? How can you check it? Then we'll, as a follow-up, let you to test it. And this one will be our first part of our follow-up of our Nginx and connect to the MongoDB. And suppose like all this will be that's what you need to do for your like your assignment. Okay, so for the website, how can you get the data? And of course, you need to test it and show the result. And how can you get it? Then I will tell you that you have to modify your express like to get a create a route, and this route you're able to find the record. Okay, how can I log the record? That's your mission. Okay, and so far will be complete as a first part. So if you're okay, then we'll move on to the second part. If you remember in our last lecture, we talked about the blockchain. How can we encrypt the data, right? Because for the data type. And right here, I will prepare another one. So how can we use the blockchain-based IoT application? So this one, we're going to simulate how can we send the data. Let's say we have the temperature sensor, and then we try to log all this data to the if blockchain, using a smart contract. As a beginning, you need to use the connection to simulate. So in more kindly is a wallet, so it can provide the Ethereum blockchain for testing a smart contract. Also our app, right? So in the beginning, you need to download it. Just like go to their website. Okay, okay, right here, and then blockchain. So we can like talk vision. Okay, right here. So you can download it based on your Windows system. So we are testing on localhost, and on mine, I already download it. Okay. So after you download it, you open it, and what we're going to do first, we go to a blog. Okay, and we have something mainly here would be the core part. Look at your RPC server. Okay, it would be local server 75475. So it depends on something it change, right? And just like we bring the on. So after you create, just like okay, once you open, just choose the left button. It's called the quick start Ethereum. Okay, so to create a test blockchain. Okay, and just check your RPC address. Okay, once you're ready. And for simulation, remember also in your local host, like or like on your Raspberry Pi, if you need to send the data, you need to install the Web3. Okay, because we need to send the data. Because for this moment, I just doing simulation, and I will running the source code on my local desktop. So I will like install on my Mac. But if you are sending from the Raspberry Pi, then you remember install the Web3 on your Raspberry Pi. Remember to do that. And also, I'll upload like some source code like given to you. So here's the connection, blockchain, local address, and then one thing is like you need to modify is the contract address. But I will tell you how can you get it. Okay, and then how can we execute it. Okay. And I will recommend you use the Remix IDE. So just like go to this website. So this Remix IDE. Let me post this too. And then we have the Remix IDE. Let me open. See where is it? Remix IDE. Because I just opened it, but when I couldn't see it. Okay. Okay. Maybe I just go again right here. So you see the Remix ID. So okay, right here I would like to put it. So this I call the contract. So I will add the contract. So for the contract, I already upload the files. Okay. So this file is named is the SOL. Okay. So in this SOL file, so let's say I call this name is SOL right here, logger. Okay, so I have some different names. So they have different structure. Okay, so we can post it and then put it on. So right here, you can just like create a contract, like add a new file, and then just like put the name and create. Okay, so once you create, just like we need to go to like compiler, and for the compiler, maybe I choose the latest version. Okay, and you can like execute it, like run it. And one more thing, when we execute and run it, we need to do one more important thing is try to connect it. Then how can we connect it? And we can like even if you didn't see it, just remember go to your choose the account. So the one is called the compiler. So you need to compile it and run it, right? So you can use the press the button right here. So go to your files, And then let's say I can show you one time, like maybe I just name is for the iot.sol. Okay. And then I can press right here. Okay, so here's another file. So I have different types, so we can make it more like complicated or like more. So why not close it and save it? So I will just save it, and then you can like use the compiler and then just compile and run it. Okay, it looks good, and it will compile. And one more thing right here. After you compile, we need to like deploy it, right? So how can we deploy it? First, we need to choose the environment. For the environment, we need to choose the UAC. This one is not enable, not yet enable is a connection provider, and you can like click on it, enable it. Okay, and then we can go back to the environment. So it will pops up, and remember you check where's the endpoint. So if you remember the endpoint is like 7545. Okay, right here. Then you can click OK. After you click OK, then you can start to execute like deploy. Okay, so after you click the deploy, let's go back to here, and you will maybe in the beginning we see the account, right? So there's some like block transaction contracts. Okay, so you can go to block. Okay, after we deploy it, then you will see they will be have more block. Okay, comes out at least called block one. So will comes out, and this the basic. So you will create the connection, and what you need to do is that later. So if you go back for the first one, and then we have the for the deploy, and what you need to do just like go to find the first one, you will see the create contract address. So you copy this address and then put it to the our IoT. Let's say where West Repair need to execute it. So replace it right here. So this one will be the contract address right here. So after you complete this part and save it, then I will execute it right here. I'm using right here. Okay, so just by an IoT device they modify, so they change it, and then you will see it was sending. I believe this one is the random like simulation is true sending. So this one we're sending log into the blockchain and sending data. Okay, so log on the blockchain. So right here, 1, 2, 3. So I just say stop it, terminate. So just remember the last one, and we'll go back. Okay, so we have like some if we go back right here and then refresh, and because I in the beginning I already execute some, and then the last one for you right here, so you can match for EFB and then 255 BC. Okay, 36. So it's called the record. Okay, so we so far quickly cover is the one is the saving of data to MongoDB, and then for the second part is that how can we save the data like as a blockchain save it. Okay, and there's a two part. And for your Raspberry Pi, I recommend like first part you need to able to compute is like save it to the MongoDB. And then if more advanced, if you can follow, then you can follow all the steps and complete this part. Okay, and I will upload all this source code and you can follow. And let me go back. Okay, so right here pretty straightforward. So I give you some steps. So either you can look at the slides, or you can like follow my videos to do it. I give you one more option is that I'm not only using the called the remix remix ID. Okay, remix ID, but also you can use some other framework like Puppet to do it. So you can install it and then put after this one is using the npm, and after you initialize it, and then also we can use the SOL, the contract. Okay, so you can use it to compile and deploy this contract. Okay, so after you complete it, also like when you go on to the next step, you can migrate to the environment. So it can also connect it to the connection. Okay, so also it can work. So either way is fine, but using a Vmax is pretty quick. Like for demonstration, you can see I create a file, post it, and then you can compile it and then run it, set up all the connection to localhost, and done. And for extra slightly, sometimes if you want to create the data. Actually, it's the later I will asking to do, but I won't cover. So okay, but because in our lecture, we mainly talk about like smart things and the security. Okay, so but not really about the UI presentation. So it kind of like extra. If you want to let the stuff that looks like more fancy, like better for UI and extra time, then you can do it. So I give you the example. So tell how can you like using code the npm install web3 like to create it like using npx. If you know npx is like using the React.js to create the IoT dashboard. So this one is like pretty easy. So you can like update the content, and also I will share the app.js file to you, so you can replace the app.js file. So this one can show the results. So right here also you can like update the contrast right here and then say the data. Okay, and then getting the return value like this. Okay, and I can share this one so you can look at it. And this one will be combined, like including the using Web3 for connection, and then we will giving the contract address to and replace it. So either way is fine, and feel free like either way if you think like works on your project. Okay. And one more thing, just reminding you like how can you simulate, okay, and then showing the data. So far we will like quickly go through all this labs. So first part will be connect the MongoDB, and the second part is like how can we deploy the smart contract using a Remix ID or without, like I mentioned about without the Remix ID. So either way is fine because we just need to create the contract. So it's not the core value. So depends your preferences. Okay, I'm not really like for sure you have to do it in either way. And also we are not only the TOEFL, but also we have others. I remember it's called Barney. Okay, so it's also can be supported to create the contract. So either way is okay. And then we tell how can like store the data. And I would like to like register later how can we retrieve the data we got this later, and then how can we display the data using the VF front-end dashboard. Okay, so I just quickly tell you can do it, but I'm not sure because just like for advanced. Okay, so that's what you need to do, and I will because for later like you can use the code MetaMask like integration you allow for the interaction and also for other stuff. So depends on interest, and I think it's pretty good like for enhance the security. Also because in our lecture we do discuss like and talk about the blockchain, like how can enhance the security. So I would like to like show you more. And then I would like to mention a project because we have very small group, and I will it depends on you. So I will create the group will be 5 groups. So depends on your if you want to do it by yourself, then you can like just like join a group by yourself. If you want to work together with others students, you can communicate like, hey, you want to like be a group mates and then work together, then you two can join into same groups. Okay, and because when this class will be the Tuesday, May 1st, okay, April 1st. Okay, so we have coming around have a week, have a month to do your project. Okay, so I will create the group, and then you need to like let me know your project title. Um, and then you can start to prepare for it. Like first, like how can you set the Raspberry Pi, and then any idea like what kind of data you want to collect, okay, and then which way you're going to save it, and then you need to set up the engineers, and then how can you apply the TLS, like change it to like HTTP, TTP to HTTPS, okay, and also save it to database or using the blockchain, okay. So this I just like tell you. So I will upload all the necessary documents, okay, on the detail app so you can check it. And if you have any question, if you need to set up any like meetings, like let me know. Okay, so I can like we can host the stream and help you to solve it. And so far that's it for this class. Thank you.